My mum actually went through a period of time wondering if the first pregnancy she had in 1963 was indeed a miscarriage. The reason for this was that while she was pregnant with my sister in 1968, she would bleed during the pregnancy. When Mum was born, yes, she was born with an inherited demon, but also she was born with 2 sets of teeth, an enlarged heart, and had to wear calipers because she was pigeon-toed. And along with all these, she was born with 2 wombs. My mother, since finding out she had 2 wombs, now realises that while she was pregnant with my sister Jennifer, the reason for the bleeding was because the other womb was menstruating. Not knowing this through this, her last pregnancy, because there were no ultrasound scans and such like. The miscarriage in 1963 may have been the same thing. Another womb menstruating. Anyhow, a D&C finished that pregnancy. Because she was bleeding while pregnant with my sister, and the doctors didn't understand the true reason why, and thinking it would be dangerous for my mum to have any more babies, they suggested that she be sterilised for no reason. But how then did she find out she had 2 wombs, I hear you ask? Well, in her mature years, she had abnormal cells appear in her cervix, and they had to be removed. It was then spotted that she had 2 wombs, and that they had both been used. She felt like a bit of a guinea pig, as the hospital asked my mum's permission for some students already in the hospital to come see this unusual sight on screen with a small camera. Mum was already undergoing one line of attack that was strategized for my mother from a boardroom in hell, using a willing vessel, my mum's cousin Sheila, with her constant temptations from the spiritualist church and hearing of signs of wonders from visiting mediums and faith healers, all influenced by demons. But another strategy was soon to manifest. Yes, the demons from hell possessing my mum gained permission from God to send another messenger from the evil one to open up the spiritual veil. And this is how it manifests. Mum went into hospital for an operation that she didn't really need, to be sterilised. Mum was gone and I missed her for a while, and Dad coped well. I remember his homemade rice pudding. They didn't keep her in long, thankfully. So while she was there, she had her op and she was recovering. Within no time, she ventured down to the day room to have a cup of tea and a smoke on her cigarette. She doesn't do that now. So it was the first trip down to the day room. She approached the door and tried to walk through the doorway, but as she tried to step over the threshold, she bounced off of a force field. She was confused, to say the least, and looked around at other people around her to see if they witnessed this unusual sight. People had spotted it, and they looked confused too. One woman in particular sat in an easy chair within the day room, smoking and watching the television. She shouted at my mother, "The ones that are with me are more numerous and much stronger than those that are with you. So I am allowed in here, as you can plainly see. When I am gone and back to my bed, then you can make use of the day room. So Mum did no more and went back to her bed. So that lady confirmed her 2 demons, which my mother was totally unaware of, or how they even got there. Only with the revelation of the Holy Spirit does she understand this now, because she turned to Christ and she is in service to him.